How's it going, guys? My name is Dankiewizard and welcome to my first video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an automatic storage system. This is super useful if you come home from a long day of mining and you just want to dump all of your stuff into a chest right here and have it automatically sorted out into all these different chests right here. That way, whenever you're looking for an item, you can just find that item up top, look in the chest, and get your item. It's a very simple design. If we actually take a look at the redstone behind it, there's not a whole lot. It's very compact, it's very simple. It does take a lot of hoppers though, so if you don't have all that iron, maybe consider building an iron farm first, because you can still build iron farms in the new 1.14 update. But today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a storage system like this. Of course, you can decorate it however you like. I just chose to decorate it sort of with some different biomes. I have this currently inside of a pyramid thing, but this is how I decorated mine, and I think this works quite well because you have a wide range of chests that you can use for your items, and you can have a middle section for an auto furnace or something like that. Now I've chosen to split up my storage system into these 2x3 double chest systems, and if you look around, it's all made of that. And for this particular design, for each one of these little sections right here, you are going to need 16 blocks, 6 redstone dust, 2 repeaters, 2 comparators, 2 redstone torches, 12 chests, and then the real killer for materials, which is 10 hoppers and 11 signs. You are also going to need enough hoppers to get in between the chests, as well as an input chest and an output chest. Also, this is just the materials for this particular design right here. If you wanted to add more chests or stack it, obviously you're going to need more or less materials. Alright, so that's all the materials that you need to make the redstone components. Let's hop into a redstone testing world and let's learn how to make it. Alright, so looking around in my redstone testing world, there's a couple of different designs out here. Most of you guys, if you just type in YouTube automatic storage system, you'll get something that looks like this. And this is a design by Tech. It's a very good design if you want the way he does it, with the one item in each slot sort of thing like this, where you toss all your items in the chest and it sorts it in that way. It's a good design in my opinion. However, I just like to know what I'm building and I don't quite understand what this is. Maybe you guys can build something like this. Personally, for me, I like to understand what I'm building before I build it, so I set out to find an easier design, and I found this design, which I suppose is sort of like the standard for automatic storage systems now. This is a design by ImpulseSV. But before we understand this design, we have to understand a few things about hoppers and how they work. So let's say we have 2 chests stacked on top of each other like that, with hoppers going into the back of them and another chest on top like this. So the way that hoppers work is that you're going to put an item in this chest. The item is going to go down here, over, it's going to test to see if it can go down here, and because it can, it's going to go down and over into this chest. So if we put an item in this chest right here, it'll go here, 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 and end up in this chest right there. Now if we were to activate this hopper with some redstone, just like that, it's going to come down here, here, it's going to test to see if it can come down there, but because the hopper has been activated with redstone, it's essentially been turned off, so the item cannot go down there. It's going to go here and just go straight across into this chest. Put the stone in, sure enough, it ends up in here. So now that we understand that, let's take a look at this design right here, and I'll sort of explain how it works. So basically you have this chest up at the top right here. You're going to put your items in. The items are going to go down here, and they're going to test each individual chest to see if they can go down into it. So if we put in stone, stone's going to go in straight into this chest. It's going to test to see if it can go into this chest, and because it can, because there's a slot right here for stone, it'll go into there and down into this chest. Now this particular design uses renamed items to create the slots right here. So you see I have a bunch of items named X. Just think of it this way. You have enough items right here, it's going to build up a pulse right here with this comparator. This comparator is going to test to see how many items there are, and it's going to send out a redstone signal that's strong enough. Right, so we have 41 stone right here and all these renamed items. That's enough to get it just one before it activates that redstone repeater right there. If we put one more item in there, if this pulse will be strong enough, it will activate that redstone repeater, it will turn off this torch, and it will allow items to flow through into this chest right here. Alright, so you can see this chest is now empty. We put in a 24 stack of stone. You see this is now turned off. The repeater is now flashing, signaling that items are flowing through. and if we look, items have gone through into the chest now. So that is how this design works. Now my design is a slight variation on that. I've pretty much done the same thing, except I've modularized it and I've used signs instead. So instead of using renamed items, because I get very expensive and you have this weird stack of 41 stone right here, now if we use signs, we only have to use 11 signs. It doesn't take nearly as much experience, and you only have to put one of each item in there. That way you don't have 41, say, diamonds in one of your chests just stacked up, not being able to be used. And it's the exact same thing. Items are going to come through, they're going to test to see if they can go down there. If there's room for it, it will go down there, send out a stronger redstone signal that will allow items to flow through this chest right here. So this is a very modifiable design. You can pretty much change it to be whatever width, whatever height you want. For this demonstration, I'm going to be showing it in stacks of 2 by 3, like this. So if you were to add more chests, you could definitely do that. Just have them stacked up however you want. If you want it to be taller, you can do that. Just keep in mind that you can only have one item per column of chests. So you're not really able to store more items when you stack it up this way. You can store more of one item, but you can't store more of multiple items when you stack it up this way, because you can only have one item per column. So let's say you want to do it this way with your 2 by 3 stack of chests. What you're going to do is you're going to start with your hoppers in the back. You're going to take some kind of block just to have your hoppers facing outwards like that, and then you're going to start your hopper line. Right, imagine this is going through that way. So this is going to link up all the different areas in your storage system. Right, you've got your line of hoppers, you've got, say, a bunch of these different modules, your input chest, and your output chest. Right, so you're going to put your items in there. They're going to test each one of these chests individually to see if there's room for their items, and if there's not, then they're going to go into this overflow chest right here. That way you don't just have your items stacking up in these hoppers. The next part is going to be to add this sort of skeleton to your build. You're just going to build back 3 here, and this little swirly design right here, just like that. Add some torches. If we go into the redstone, we're going to grab some repeaters, some comparators, and some dust. All you want to do is put the comparators down, the redstone dust down right here, and the repeaters inside, facing out that way. And that's it for the materials. The only thing you have left to do now is put your designated items in these 2 slots right here. So for this demonstration, we shall use stone and dirt. Right, we're going to put 1 block of stone there, 1 block of dirt there. Now the reason that they're not falling straight in through these other hoppers right here is because this torch has activated this block, which has activated this hopper, cutting off the flow of items. Now when we put in 11 of these signs right here, the pulse has now become 1 before activating that. Now if we put in 1 more item right here, it will activate and the items will start to flow through. So let's test it out. We have stone and dirt. So put in a 64 stack of stone, 64 stack of dirt, and a 64 stack of cobblestone. So if we have done this correctly, the stone will be sorted into the stone chest, dirt will be sorted into the dirt chest, and the cobblestone will go into the overflow chest because there are no spots designated to cobblestone. Alright, and if we look in the chest, sure enough, the bottom one has 64 stone, this one has 64 dirt, and this 64 cobblestone has gone here. And that's really all for the redstone components and the design of this. All that's left is to stack this up in your storage system, whichever way works for you. This is sort of the skeleton of the design I was showing you earlier. As you can see, 2 by 3 chests, sort of in this line right here with the hoppers connecting them all up. As you can see, this does take a lot of iron, so I suggest you build something like an iron farm first. You could also do something like this, where you just have a bunch of different 1 tall chests if you only wanted 1 double chest for each of your items. I also have this one connected up to an auto furnace. So this one does the same thing, tests to see which items, right, are raw chicken, clay, iron ore. Tests to see which items can be smelted, brings them down into this automatic smelter right here, which then brings them back up and puts them into the storage system. So you can really modify it however you like, and you can connect up a lot of other redstone components to this. And that is all for how to build the automatic storage system. Like I said, it's super easy to build. It just takes a lot of materials. Once you've got the materials, you can begin construction on your automatic storage system, and it's very easy to build. It requires very little redstone, and it's very modular. You can stack it up however you like. So if you like this video, please make sure to let me know. I will be making a lot more videos soon. I'll be a lot more active on this channel, so you can look forward to that. I do plan on doing some Let's Plays and hopefully some other tutorials, maybe even in some other video games. So let me know what you'd like to see. My name is Dankiewizard. Peace out.